Brooklyn killers, coke, crack, and dope dealers. Bitches feelings, we pulling out with them four-wheelers. Made my own path, my own math. Migrated from Crown Heights to Stone Ave. UniversalLowlife.com. January 26th, we on the Johns. Warming up, folk play. Fucking with the team is a co-pay. Cause Ralph Lowe about the...
What year was DSEP formed?
1985 at Brooklyn Technical High School, downtown Brooklyn. It was created as self-defense. It got started.
Self-defense.
Huh?
It was created as self-defense.
Yeah, you saying when you got cats violating, you're gonna do one or two things. Either you gonna sit down or you gonna stand up. I didn't get down to 88.
God damn.
Yo, y'all know what it is, man.
Word up, yo.
Politics as usual,
Politics
man.
as usual, you heard?
On the Session TV.
THASESSION TV. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
We do it,
How we do it, baby.
You know how we do. We out here live in effect doing our 1, 2 like we do it.
1 and the 2.
You know what I mean? Y'all know how we do. We always bringing that content to y'all, man. Especially from the culture and from the hoods we come from, and the communities we grew up in. We always bringing them faces and them people that was in, in the mix, that was around town.
Situation,
you know what I mean? Doing their thing and whatnot.
Fizzle.
So right now, we about to bring y'all, they always had this, this perception of DSEP and low lives with the beef and all that, this and the third.
There we go.
You know what I mean? So this is the first time on Politics Usual.
First.
You know what I'm saying? First ever. Wait. We gotta shout out RLPC Sean Price. We had Bernadette and them on here, you know what I'm saying? So they was the first DSEP. You know, they was the first.
Sorry, sis.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's from the ladies' side.
The ladies' side,
representing Sean Price.
Side.
She was representing Sean P. The great. You know what I'm saying? But today, we bringing, one of the OG, one of them, one of the OG DSEPs here, on the set that was there doing his 1, 2, running around the town,
Pushing through,
putting his name up on the wall, putting his feet on the concrete, this concrete jungle, you know what I'm saying?
Crashing through shit.
He's crashing through it?
Crashing cruise.
Yo, salute to the king, the God, man. Crash, man, we out here, man.
What's the flavor, Crash?
Flavor, man. Everything's lovely, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. 50 joints, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop is 50.
50.
You know what I'm saying?
50-50 love, you know what I'm saying?
It's a pleasure. It's a beautiful thing to even be around to see it because a lot of us didn't even make it past the youth stage.
You said 1985.
85 is
when it started.
I'm saying that's the genesis.
He said it started because defensing, y'all basically holding each other down.
Holding each other down. So where does Megatron come into this?
That's G1 right there.
That's the one.
That's Meg.
A lot of people don't know.
That's Meg. That's G1, you know what I'm saying? Before you had the DJ Megatron, just long before, there was only one Megatron.
Okay, peace to Mac.
Right? And that's the brother of Rum and Sop.
Okay.
Right? There was no other. So we say Hell Meg 101.
Hell Meg 101, okay.
Those are classic. Listen, man. Meg, given any other circumstances, any other environment, Meg could have been anything. Like, I'm there at Sound of the Times. Okay, so now this is 88, right?
88.
Sound of the Times is Hell's Kitchen Park. Meg's the whole court. That's today's what? You know what I'm saying? It's like how y'all sit, with the Mias and everything like that. What's the what going on for the day? When I say the legions, and when I say whole court, son, he could have been a kid that, given that space, he could have been at the UN being a diplomat.
Wow, that's heavy.
Very articulated. As a young man. Right? You know how the others say, he speaks so well. He spoke immaculate.
That's heavy.
Now, not only that though, he made you feel as though there was no obstacles in your way. And that's how we rolled, as if y'all memory,
Right.
like, we was different.
And that's
very
We was different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a bona fide, straight up, yeah.
You know, you have a lot of children, you know.
You know, the structure was there from the beginning. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it was different. That's why when they say the leader, low lives, it was never no leader.
It was no leader, right?
It was no structure. It was like, yo, we come together. Yo, let's go on this meeting. We'll get this money, make it happen, do our little 1, 2.
You didn't have to have
holding courts and none of that.
Third under you for you to be a low life. It's like, nigga, you fly. You know what I'm saying? You getting money.
Oh, you got a spot to lick? Let's go. You got something? Let's go. Yeah.
With the cons, like, you could not be hanging around and especially claiming, and you not gonna get tested somehow, some way. Like I told Life, I didn't get jumped in. I got tested. I got thrown right into the back of the A train.
So
big up to the good Reverend. You know what I'm saying? That's my hip hop steel punch.
Here's the
general steel. Like the house
that's
was
heavy though. That's heavy though.
One of them schools too that.
Oh no, the house was ill.
You had a lot. Like okay, see,
the house was ill. House was ill.
You've always had the element.
House was ill.
In all the schools, and like all the schools had their turn, right?
Damn.
But like I told Life
Cross
before,
my head with that shit, that Brooklyn Texas.
my zone school was Jeff. I'm not going to Jeff.
No, you can't go to Jeff.
Jeff.
Brownsville don't have a high school. We got home people.
Jeff. You got Rita.
And what was that? That was the class you take before you go to Spofford. You venture off into the
nether world.
Yeah.
You go into the nether world.
Yeah. So technically, we don't got no high schools. We got a bunch of public schools, junior high schools.
Situation.
Right?
Jeff was the only.
Jeff was the only one that was
high
right
school,
there.
and that's East New York.
And that's East New York.
Yo, there is no schools in Brownsville.
There's no schools. There is no high school in Brownsville. How New York was back then, everybody fooled, son. Even the Wolves was fooled.
Yeah.
You could be a predator all day, but you understand that you got survival, son. That's right in the middle there. You got again one of the best schools, and everybody in the area knows one of the best schools, and you know what type of they ain't the type of motherfuckers I go to school with. They dress different. Right? They get to go outside during lunchtime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what they used to, they don't do no more.
Right.
They don't do no more.
Right.
They used to. That shit changed.
And you see them spending money. They go to the pizza shop. They go into the local bodega. This is before This is when Poppy had the bodega.
Poppy had the bodega. Shout out to Poppy.
Shout out to Poppy had the bodega.
On the swan in the back.
With
the buckets with the hoofs and all that.
With the nasty pig feet on the counter with the big jaw.
Key selling swan.
Right.
With the ham sandwich, no turkey.
So no now, turkey back then. You got those of us that's from these same environments, but I happen to go to this different type of school, which is a different environment. Don't think I'm fooled either. So at the time, you had a lot of the young guards.
Bust my head with that one.
Who was moving around like, they was on that type of time. They was guard body, but they was on their violent time.
Yeah.
Right? And you had some cats who was just like...
Call them savage guards.
See, look at that.
That's what we call them, savage guards.
Now, they like... negative. I don't give a fuck you a savage guard or not.
You gonna say that now? They might think that's cool.
You ain't right.
That's how the guard body thing started. The savage guard. But we go. This is your interview. This is not
mine. I'm saying you enlightened, brother. You said shit. You said I'm saying you just put me on to something. I'm saying we gonna chill. I'm saying we gonna build on that. I'm saying
no, because then I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Okay. So with that,
right.
You had those individuals who took a stand. Now, this is what I said even about that, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It started one way, and then we became the predators. Vicious. I moved to New York summer '87. I moved back summer '87. New York was smoking on fire, crack, hip hop, fashion, everything
came
was
into
on.
melting pot.
Man, look, listen,
melting pot.
I left; it was already here. But when I came back, this was what was different. I didn't come back with my grandmother. I came back different. I came back a younger, angry man. So when I linked up with my family, it was perfect.
It was perfect.
That's why when you said that your wisdom, asked like, how come cons? And I'm going, why not? They was right up my alley.
As far as like D said,
Decepticons is concerned, like in the 80s into the genre in the 90s, y'all were the epicenter of ruckus, in a sense, like Catch and Wreck, and a lot of people.
That was New York though, like everybody
it was
though.
different with y'all though.
Nah, but listen,
it was different.
I know what you're saying because
let me get this out. I gotta get this out. I gotta get this out on camera. I gotta get this out on camera because this is my life right here. Because the pitchfork thing, the hammers in your waist and all that. And I ain't talking about no guns. I'm talking about hammers. Hammers. Like
the fucking hatchets. Like
the hatchets.
Indian hatchets and shit.
I seen a nigga with a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Down his leg. Couldn't even run.
Rock said on,
you know what I mean?
That was podcast about Ruck running around with hedge clippers. Running down on niggas with hedge clippers. Like,
we're not glorifying violence.
At all.
We're not glorifying
at
violence.
all.
That was the time where it was at.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's the reality of it.
We call that
now you couldn't do
the
no
dark
shit.
age.
No.
We call that shit the dark age. And then you gotta understand about, you got niggas seeing their mother selling their ass for crack. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of sisters and shit like that seeing, you know, they father or their
it was a rough time,
mom's
bro.
Boyfriend beat them
it was
to
a rough
like
time, bro.
You say like
Yes.
people was going through some shit.
So you know, and that's the crazy thing when we talk about society and things like that. But we as black people don't get looked at it. But that's you know what I mean. That right there, that's the trauma that we go through, and what they call that What's that? PSD.
We all got that. I got it.
That's it right there.
We all got
that.
that.
You sit there, you go through that in the hood and the ghettos, that the shit that we went through, seeing our mothers and fathers on this substance, or seeing them go through and do certain things. That really traumatized me to be like, that must be okay to do. So if that's okay to do, let me get older and continue these habits, continue these actions. But that's not good with society. But society looking at that like, yo, that's good.
How much a cat you grew up with as a youth? Now, I'm talking about as a youth. We gonna go from age 1 to 10. How many of them dudes that you grew up with, and you watch America, you watch this city turn them into bona fide animals? I'm talking about good, bright face, happy kids, and then you get to a point in your life, y'all don't even know each other, son. That's not the same kid I grew up with. That's not who I shared.
That's not the kid that we was to go in kindergarten. Me and him was in the same class from kindergarten to 5th grade.
Sharing heads together.
5th grade, once we get to junior high.
We knew Mike, and this nigga's murder my animal, right? We know Shamit or Shaheem, now they call him Killer Shah.
Yeah. Because of the society, you know, because
that PTSD shit is real.
They in the homes or going through things in their life that, and it's crazy that, like you said, it'd be a turnaround so quick, because we be 17, 15 years old going through this shit. Dog, we was just 9, 10, 11 years old.
We was good.
We was good. And you trying to tell me within a 3 to 4 year span,
you
done turned into a stone cold killer. You in jail for the next 7 years after that. Come back home. You turn around and it's just a cycle. This is and I mean that's the
now I've got a line where he say, "Mama should have cuffed me to the ratty, and maybe it would have saved me from my block." Like when I first heard that line,
what you just said?
Yo, Nas,
handcuffed you to a radiator.
Mama should have handcuffed me.
I'm about to look that up.
That's from I want to say
we gonna play
New York
that.
State of Mind. It's from the first album. It's like, Mama should have handcuffed me.
Think about our life.
So
the shit you went
to the radiator, because maybe it would have saved me from my block. When I first heard that line, that reverberated in my soul. Now, I'm not the worst nigga. I'm not the most get busiest nigga. Like I said earlier, niggas need to stop padding that resume, son. Stop. Because there are people that you grew up with that know you, nigga. Stop.
That know who you was before.
Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
And check it real quick.
Stop.
Check it real quick.
Because I was there.
Culture is crazy, yo.
Nah, the culture is just the internet's crazy now.
The internet's crazy because you could front so hard body and you could create an avatar.
Yeah, before back in the day, you had to go on the street, you had to be on the block and say that. Now, if dude wasn't going to say what he said online,
sit behind like this.
On a bunch
it's
like
my
this.
name. Nobody's getting
and then he'll come outside
I'm not
like, yo,
nobody. I'm not shorty, whatever. My
name
name Crash is my name. I had this name since I was 10 years old, man.
Crash.
10.
Yeah,
we here with my man
Crash, yo. You know what I'm saying?
All day, man.
Big OG, on politics as usual.
And I never had no issues with no double L's. Let's stop that.
What?
I ain't never had no problem with double L's.
Stop that nonsense.
No, hold on. I'm saying let's touch on that because. Nah, son.
I raised politics as well. Go ahead, brother.
If we truth talking, then let's talk truth.
Talk the truth.
Right?
Cameras on, brother.
What the God say, right? Let's walk these dogs, right?
Let's walk these dogs.
Let's walk these
dogs. You gotta pop this bottle because this is about to go. This is gonna be a part 3.
There's a lot of. It's like, okay, every family has their dysfunctionality in their family. Nobody's omitted. Nobody.
Oh, shit.
The thing that I admire about the low-life movement, a while when y'all say, 2 L's, Brother Crash, and I say, hell man, my double L's.
That's right. That's right.
Right? That's universal greeting. That's, yo, y'all my brothers and sisters. And I'm recognizing that. I don't say 2 L's. I don't throw up the L. I give up the symbol, but it's still the same respect that I'm giving.
That's
right? Like bond like that, son. You know what I'm saying? Connect that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, nah, put that down. Nah, put that down.
Like
you
that.
connect that.
Right.
So when you see the brothers doing that, now, all the funny finger things everybody talk about, I'm saying the guys with the funny fingers, something different.
Rest in peace, Seiko. Rest in
Rest
peace,
in peace, yo, shish God.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Shish God.
Look, listen, man.
Word.
My nigga Seiko, yo.
Happy
Rest
belated.
in peace to Shish God. Word. Rest in peace.
Happy belated.
One of the most humble.
Shish God and Sean P.
Happy
Word. Rest in
belated.
peace, man.
Boom.
To the OG Rumble.
Bow, 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 bow.
What it comes.
Yo.
Happy belated.
Listen, this
Happy belated.
Rumble's a big deal, bro.
Listen, man, it's a
He's
big
a big
bro,
deal,
man.
big
Listen,
deal.
man, a big bro, man. They're saying a great heart. And like, you know, I don't try to paint no pictures about nobody because we all works in progress, man.
The
know what I'm
first time I officially met Rumble was at Sean P funeral. That was the first time, and I was talking to him. He's like, yo, God, it's alright. I said, nah, it's alright, it's alright. So,
Listen,
yo,
let me tell you something, man.
that's a big deal.
I
For a little nigga like me, that was a big deal.
I met Rum in fall 1988, and
I know you don't want to offer you something. Do you want something? No.
that's some good. Thank you, though. You know what I'm saying? It's appreciated. It's like he never was not who he was to me. Like, you know how people be like, they'll tell you something about somebody, and you go, I don't know that person.
Right.
Because that's not how that person is with me. Every time I seen him, it was always love and respect. Like, see how people get around other people and they switch up? And that's even more so now in these days and times. Like, you like, this nigga acting funny.
Not friendly around these people.
He never, yo son, never. Not him, not Sai, not Blitz. Like, they always, like, every time that I seen, I call them the hierarchy because they were the first string. It's always love. Like, even Dallas, he's like, hey, baby, bro, like, it don't seem forced. Like, it's not forced because you would feel it if it was forced.
Right.
It's not fake. It's genuine.
So,
and you get around those individuals to where do that, yeah, we cons and we see each other, but it's like, it's funny vibes. It's like, yo, I got no malice towards you. I got no hate in my heart for nobody.
Is it that they think they bigger than others, or they just they not rocking with dudes?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you because I don't have those type of tendencies in like feelings in my heart.
So can you give the family the rundown of maybe the first 5 original cons, the names?
Okay, you got Meg, Rum, Sai, and you got the Stone Brothers too, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's a chamber of the beginning. Like it's like it got started with the French and the Stone Brothers. Like rest in peace to P too. Like P knew every aspect of the family.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I knew from when me 88 and then I got down and then I started learning more as I got older and everything like that. But you just think about any of the names that was from the cartoon, they had all the coolest names from the Blitzwings
like
and the Onslaughts and the Starscreams and the Frenzies, you know, it's like they had the coolest names. My name was always Crash, but I took upon the name Nemesis because that was the shit that brought the cons to Earth. But you got Dark, which is another nemesis. He's the first nemesis, right?
Okay.
My joint was Nemesis Crash.
Okay.
I'm saying, but you got nemesis. I'm saying you got a Dark. You know what I'm saying? That's a brother named Dark, right?
So Dark again.
Hey, listen, man.
That Dark again,
Listen, man.
That Dark is powerful,
Man, go ahead,
man.
Like a light
Dark.
skin.
Nah, Dark. There's so many
Light
shades
car.
to that Dark. There's so many
Of course you have a brother
aspects.
named Light.
You ain't have like a.
But it's light. It's just one
Light
thing.
Decepticon.
You can't say light Terminator, light killer, light
Killer Light.
killer. Nah.
You got a killer light, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got a peaceful light, you got killer light.
See what I'm saying? So,
But nah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, man, we ain't doing that.
Don't start it.
Dog, changes up.
Started it.
By the time I got there, like, everybody had, like, the coolest names, like, Still name is Still Punch. Like, I always love that name. Like, rest in peace to Baby Still Punch.
Baby Still Punch.
Me and Son, even though he's Baby Still Punch, I'd be like, nah, nigga, I'm Baby Still Punch. Like, you know, it's like, nah, it's like, I love that name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know?
Y'all was the first one to incorporate that baby too. The baby and the Nets.
No.
Shout out to the Nets. Talk about the Nets.
Oh, now.
Talk about the Nets
Now-
now. Don't leave
now,
the
hold
Nets
on.
out. Don't leave the
Hold on.
Nets out.
I want you to understand something, too.
Oh boy.
Not all of the queens was Nets. Some of them was straight Cons.
Oh boy.
Cause the Nets is another chain, but and then you got the Cons, that's the queens. They the hierarchy of that. They ran that show. And to keep it a buck, in any con, I don't care. You say it. You might go to your sister before you go to your brother, cause your sister go to. They used to get busy, man. You talk about us.
We had
Yo.
a couple Nets with us.
I wonder. Okay, let me see something. Who?
Rest in peace,
Out of
Queen
all the
too. You know what I'm
crews-
saying? I'm just thinking about Queen Age and like.
All these crews that were growing
Go
up and
hard.
coming up, and they were saying like, you see how they say like people take the names, right?
Right.
Like people took the mobster names and this, that, and the third.
I hated that too, son. That's my name.
But
Never Capone.
That happened. Okay, rap. Let's see. Who was there any gangsters in crew? Because I believe maybe y'all probably was the first crew that really took on them character names and transformed it.
Yeah.
Can we say that? Because I'm
It
thinking about.
made it vital.
You see, y'all took the names.
Lord Vital.
Man, I know what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Vital.
Before the
Beast
Capone,
mode.
before
Everything
people
beast
started
Before the
doing
mobsters and all that.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Before Wu-Tang, remember, y'all was in the streets already with these names. Yeah, it wasn't, you know.
But the Wu did that like second album out, and like they were already established.
Yeah,
by
but that
the
was in
time
the
they got to
90s though.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? You see
That
what I'm
was in the
saying?
90s,
So
though.
that's
That
the
was
only
already
crew
established,
that
though.
already took names that you could say Ghostface, you know, when they start doing the names and shit, martial art names and all that, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, you see that, but we talking about the 80s now. They taking the names.
They
You
took
gotta
our
remember,
childhood
though,
and scared
you
us
see
with
what
our
I'm saying?
childhood, bro.
that
Word.
we're coming out of the Peace Guard era,
Shit. You going in.
right? You know what I'm saying? So we're coming
going
under,
there.
we're the babies of the Jolly Stompers and the Tomahawks. You feel what I'm saying?
And you
So we created our own now. I don't know what made Meg Rubin's side say we taking that. I just knew that the
You
villains.
see what I'm saying? The name,
Like-
they took the name. They could have said no.
But
we
the
gonna be
names
this
is
D-Sep.
fly.
We gonna take the
Megatron.
D-Sep's
That's
name.
a big
But yo, you
fucking
gotta get your own name though.
That's a big
You see what I'm
name.
saying? But no, they said nah. Let's incorporate this name with that, and everybody take a name from there and switch it and bounce
Yeah,
it to create
because
your
but no,
own.
listen, no, hold on. Understand this though. There was some battles for said names.
We know that ain't too many more.
Yeah,
No,
Listen.
cats
Listen.
had the whole game names
Stop
in.
Shockwave and Megatron. I knew them three was untested right there.
Woo! What did Tech say on the podcast when he was talking about Laserbeak? Laserbeak was another one of the ones, man. Like, yo,
What's my
yo,
evidence?
son, listen, man.
You on some
Like-
bullshit shit today. I see.
Yeah, it's
Like,
Politics as usual. Such a T,
You know,
THASE.
that era was the get money, buku dollar era. Like everything was like a perfect storm for all that to be going on.
Yeah, but see the thing is though, right? So like because there's a misconception of it, right? D-Sep is like on a apex of ignorance, if I want to say that.
There was a chamber that, yeah, I'm saying that's true.
What I mean? Like, there
I'm
was,
saying you can't run away from the
because,
truth.
like I said, like when I told you you got children, DCEP got children, you got sections that breeded off of that. They couldn't be there, but the love was there, so you have like, I'm gonna say Autobots for whatever reason.
Nah, they was there.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say CBS. I'm gonna say CBS.
You know
I'm
what
gonna say
the bots is something
BMW.
different though, you know what I'm saying? Because
I'm
they
saying-
was there with us too. They just didn't have the numbers we had. We became the largest in the city.
No, y'all was bigger than
And
shit.
Hold on,
because
and
y'all
then-
was internet. There was DCEPs in France.
Listen.
You know, type of shit.
I wasn't finished saying my
Oh,
statement.
my bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I was something to say. Y'all had
Once they took the hip hop,
So,
you know what I'm saying? It really spread it out.
Listen, that we didn't
And
even
then-
understand what the signs was because being on Notion in St. John's, I'm like, who is that? So, oh, that's Smith and Wesson.
But that's after the fact.
I'm like Smith and
That's
Wesson.
after the fact.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, so what? That's a gun.
That's the guns right there. Like, that's a hammer.
And
I'm like, oh
when you
shit.
hear the two brothers break the name down,
I said, oh,
it really didn't have nothing to do with the gun, even though that's the name of
Yeah,
the gun
yeah,
company.
yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
But you break the science, like, they can break that down better than I can. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
we gonna get that Smith and Wesson interview
You know
too.
what I'm saying?
Word up. We
Big
coming
ups
for
to
y'all.
the tech, man.
PAU.
Every day, man.
Y'all in?
Word up.
Smoky
Right,
Live,
Jack,
word up,
you owe me
man.
that favor, Jack. You owe me that
Word.
favor.
You know?
Word up.
But
Yeah, son. But
even the bots, like yo, I remember the first time that I seen anything outside of New York try to come in and try, like, you had Crips that came here like in '89. I remember Labor Day, and this back when Labor Day was different.
yeah.
We didn't know anything about Crips and Bloods in New York unless you had family in Cali.
Yeah. Because when that initial
Unless you
when
had
that initial
family in
hit,
Cali. Hold on.
Yeah.
Now, we
We
wasn't
crushed that.
understanding
we crushed that initial hit.
what crushed it hard.
We crushed that hard.
What
No disrespect. No
What-
disrespect.
what we
No
didn't
disrespect.
understand what we were seeing when we watched shows like TJ Hooker and any 80s show that was filmed in LA and you seen like they fight like a gang element
Yeah.
and they with the bandanas to the third. We
Colors,
not
the movie
understanding.
Colors.
No, hold on. This is before Colors.
Colors.
I'm not
Colors
there
is
yet.
what brought the-
I'm not there
but
yet.
that
Hold
wasn't
on.
it. Yeah, this
What year was
Hold
TJ
on.
Hooker though? That's
Hold on. It's like 84.
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk, just like
Captain Kirk.
83, 84.
God damn.
So I'm talking about shows of that ilk.
I'm young.
The 18, yeah, bro, I'm 76.
young.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a bicentennial, huh? You know what I'm saying? I got pictures of me taking photographs from World War from
1776.
picking ass. I'm like this.
That was a good one.
But then I'm trying to see, but that's how I always said, when did the Crips and Bloods start though? Cause
No.
Out here, they tried to
90s.
No, hold on. All
they
right.
tried to push through like late 80s,
All right.
early 90s.
Listen, right?
Correct?
Now, what you gotta understand is though that you had sets in Jersey. That's why they were so close. They had migrated to like Arkansas and places like that from the West.
Ohio too.
And they set up shop in like places like that.
Yeah.
But see, and this is the thing that I miss about New York. We was never dick riders, man. We was trendsetters.
Yeah, it's like,
And so now everybody jawbone just like with the drill and all this stuff. And I'm like, no, negative. I'm not jacking none of
I
that
was
stuff.
there for that.
I'm New York, thorough,
there for
5-borough, all day, every day. Stop.
Because you got to think about it. We had gangs.
No.
And I believe
No.
we had more gangs than other places.
We had
but
mad
the
gangs.
Crips and Blood got big, but we had more gangs. Come on.
And a lot of our gangs.
Johnny Stompers, Tomahawks, you know what I mean? Spades.
Which
you
is
know,
the largest
you know
gang
what I
in
mean?
New York at the
You
time.
know what I mean? You had a,
During that era,
yeah.
the Spades was the largest one in the city.
That's
You know
a
what I'm saying? You got the Savage Nomads, the Savage Skulls.
You
You
see?
know what I'm
It's
saying?
different,
The Lizards,
different.
You know what I'm saying?
Black Kings too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but see, but the Kings came like a little bit later too.
Yeah, I'm talking about in the before,
See,
like
they came
before.
like
I'm
the
talking about them 80s. Nah,
No,
Kings
Kings
came
came
like
after that?
Nah,
90s.
and then they came from Chicago.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they came from Chicago. They
That's
migrated.
like-
My bad.
So now listen, right?
My bad.
When they first tried to come with it in New York, it wasn't like how it finally got the pigeonhole. It got the pigeonhole because it came from the jails. It came
Jails, yeah.
down to the
Yeah.
city.
Yes.
Yeah, it didn't. Nobody on the street.
Street,
That's
right,
not
saying brought it up.
right,
Yeah,
right,
It didn't
right,
start.
right.
It didn't start in New York. It started
Right.
in jails.
And then from what I know, how it started in jails, these cats wasn't even connected to anything. They just took the vernacular.
We're not gonna do that on politics.
I don't know.
We gonna have to bring. Brother Blood. I'm
No, dog. We're not gonna do that.
We go there. Find out the history on the blood.
Listen, hold on.
Come to New York.
Hold on, listen. Like I said, from what I do, I don't know. I'm not triple blood. I'm calm.
Yeah, facts.
I don't jack nothing else.
We on the card. Remember, we on the card.
Hold on.
the card.
Hold on. Listen,
We on the card.
Now, once again, me being a New York nigga,
Word up.
right? I don't jack nothing from nowhere else. Now, that's me. I got a lot of cons that they blooded out. And those are still my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love my brothers and sisters. Regardless, listen, I can't judge you because I'm not in your shoes. I don't know what you went through. Just like, don't nobody know what I went through when I said I'm going to be calm.
Here's the thing, though.
They don't know what I'm saying. Cats didn't know. A lot of dudes wanted to be on, like, you know, like back in the days, what was the phrase that we used? You ain't really down. Right? That's a popular phrase. You ain't really down because motherfuckers just wanted to be down because everybody want to become a part of something. Whether you go to college and become part of a fraternity, whether you get with a union, like everybody want to belong to something. Right? And when you going through whatever you going through, why do we have us, family members, whatever, that become substance abusers? Because you're trying to get away from pain. And I wasn't a motherfucker that drank like that, even though like the 40s used to just, that didn't give me liquid courage. That just motherfucking just like nigga.
Like Cisco.
Oh, excuse me, dark energy.
The Cisco gave you liquid courage. Let's talk about it.
Nigga.
And the Crazy Horse. Then the 40s.
Nigga, nah, listen, son. None of that shit never gave me no courage. I was I was already who I was at that stage, like a little dumb nigga. Like, nigga, I just was with it. That shit just made it more fun for me. Last night, I was at a function that Ralph McDaniels had through and everything like that in the city at the Hard Rock Cafe. You know, Hip Hop 50, the Drip Show. That right there was just Vanglorious, man. Vanglorious. Wow, and then the Empire State Building lit up in red, black, and green. And you had luminaries from the culture that got awards, the Pooh Bahs, the Rakims, the Roxanne Shantae, Special Ed. Like, they were celebrated, you know what I'm saying? And then Nas shut down the Garden last night. Hip hop and you don't stop, sir.
Hip hop and you don't stop. So now, look, check this out.
But first, just imagine. They didn't even think hip hop was going to last that long. I'm trying to think what music was a fad though before that. Like that was there, and then we rocked for a minute. Then
I don't really think that it was any music that was fads. I just think that America's taste is so ficky, you know, finical. Like people try to dispel disco because at a point it got to be on some real corny. But if you look back at a lot of disco records from that genre, this was a hard body.
Yeah.
But is disco still popping?
It's not because hip hop keeps all these genres alive.
Yes.
Hip hop.
From the sampling and all that.
Grandmaster Caz says this. He says that hip hop didn't invent anything, hip hop didn't create anything, but it re-innovated everything.
Right. Okay. I understand.
So if you look at Beyonce, just dropped a mega album that was all house music, right? That's all. And then house comes. That's
she made anthems.
She made anthems, but they just do it under
hip hop,
R&B. But then that mean I guess it did disappear because if you still not labeling that music, what you hearing it as, then and you giving it another title, that mean I guess. Disco.
And things change, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it evolves though. It only changes.
Disco was like my aunts, our aunts, you know what I'm saying? I ain't that much older, but like the aunts and the big sis and the uncles, because they go out and they get dressed up. But see, we couldn't go. You feel what I'm saying? Because we too little, we ain't dressing right. So when the whole hip hop, and see that term hip hop, that was a derogatory term. Oh, get out of here with that little bebop, hippie hop stuff you gotta listen to, right? You know what I'm saying? We try to spin it on your head and your back because it look crazy to the ones who was lummy, you know what I'm saying? They all, you know, sharp. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the 4 tops and the Supreme, like they sharpen their shit. And like we got on BVD t-shirts with the tank tops matching with the Pumas. Green Navy.
You going a little far.
Black and Rusty. Listen, man, let me tell you, man, you can talk hip hop fashion, they talk about last night. BVD, son. We turned underwear into a fashion. Son.
So BVD was at the box under.
This is very crafty because you said BVD t-shirts, right? So BVD t-shirts
with the tank tops over the t-shirt to match your Pumas.
Match your Pumas. Because now you think about it, maybe 15, 20 years ago, the 3-packs got real popular. Everybody in Brooklyn was wearing white tees.
White tees.
They was paying $1 for a white tee. Somebody said, nah, we gonna get the 3-pack. And a horsey on the bottom. And rep.
But see,
that was like the BVDs.
But just
they had the tank top underneath it too.
But a t-shirt,
it stayed the same, even with the big joints. When dudes had the big t-shirt,
I
wearing a white big tee.
I wasn't wearing no dress. I wasn't wearing the dress.
That was hard.
I wasn't wearing the dress.
I was living in the Midwest at that time. When I say that, to walk it out and all that, the stinky.
Wasn't wearing no dress.
I couldn't do it.
I wasn't wearing no
dress. You see, the white tee stayed in the game, though. No matter if it went from tight to loose to big to fitted
to dresses.
The white tee was there.
And you fit it like a bowl.
It was like a bowl.
Yeah, it was like a bowl.
Remember, it used to be the round fitteds. The round fitteds. Yeah,
but yeah, man, salute. I mean, hip hop, man. I mean, like we said, hip hop 50, man, and it lasted the test of time, and it's making people millionaires and saving lives. You know, and you gotta listen. Hip hop, that's definitely it done came into a hustle too. You know, now it took people off the streets.
It's $1 billion.
You know what I mean? Now kids ain't coming off the stoop talking about they slinging rocks. They come off the stoop saying, let me throw these balls. Let me spit. Let me go in the studio.
We don't know about now, but you know
what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying? When you doing something for love that you would do for free, and you get compensated for it, there's no feeling like that, man. Like,
that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
You know, I've been a professional working artist, like a pro, like illustrator, for 25 joints.
25 joints.
And when that year came around, I wasn't happy for myself. I was happy for my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute my BCC. You know what I'm saying? We be the WWBCC worldwide. Boot Camp Clips and DOA.
Brooklyn killers, coke, crack, and dope dealers. Bitches feelings, we pulling out with them 4-wheelers. Made my own path, my own math. Migrated from Crown Heights to Stone Ave. UniversalLowLife.com. January 26th, we on the Johns. Warming up, folk play. Fucking with the team is a co-pay.